Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, River City Ransom for the Nintendo Entertainment System, played on the Wii Virtual Console. This is a beat-em-up game with RPG-type elements. So, I'm altering the story a little bit here. I also altered the names of the characters there, so... Story's basically the same, but just changed some stuff. I hold a rat rescue and Princess Sarissa hostage. With my gangs of students and evil bosses, nobody can stop me now. Meet my demands, or else. Slick. And Dutch and Tiree, if you get involved, you're in for the fight of your life. Well, here is our character here. We're going to play as player 1, Alex, but in this game I'm making him be called Dutch. So pressing start brings up the status screen. We have our password system here. It's really complex. We have a level section there. What that does is you can change the message speed and your skill level. The belongings there is you have 9 slots. You can have books that teach you techniques, and you can carry around like food items, stuff to heal your health. There's also some accessories you can get that will power up your abilities. These abilities right here. As you can see, they all start at 15. They max out at 63, except for the bottom two, your stamina and your max power. Those max out at 127. You build up abilities by buying food and items and accessories, and you can buy them by getting money that you get from defeating these gangs. So, different gangs drop different money. The tougher the gang, the more money they drop. So right now, these first gang that we're fighting here are the Jocks. They drop 60 cents when they're defeated. They're basically the third weakest gang. The weakest gang is the generic dudes, and then they're followed by the frat boys. We'll see them shortly, all those two gangs. So gangs can appear randomly, but at the beginning, you're only going to encounter like the weaker gangs. Toward the middle of the game, then, you can start encountering some of the tougher gangs. So, when I said that the gangs appear randomly, gangs ain't set to a specific section. So right now we're across Town High. Right now the Jocks are here. We can leave this screen and step back out, and there might be a different gang here. Maybe the frat boys will be here, or maybe the generic dudes. So, it all depends. So sometimes if you go into an area and there's a really tough gang, you can just step right out of the area, step back in, and you might have be dealing with a weaker gang. That's really important on the advanced mode. I'm playing right now on the regular difficulty. So that's one of the changes to the game from the Japanese version of the game. In the Japanese version, there were 3 difficulties. There was easy, medium, and hard. For America, easy was removed, medium difficulty became novice, which is what I'm playing here, and hard became advanced. So, other changes to the game, the name. In Japan, this is called Downtown Neketsu Monogatari. In Europe, it's known as Street Gangs, and of course here in America it was known as River City Ransom. So, another thing that was changed was, these in Japan it was like Japanese schoolboys, so they wore like the Japanese school uniforms. In the Western audience they changed it to, you know, t-shirts and jeans. And the gangs are distinguished by their different colors of their t-shirts. So, alright, we just got a book there, Dragon Feet. We have to go into our belongings to read that book, and then we'll learn a technique. I'll go into there a little bit later. Dragon Feet, what that does is, when you kick, you press the kick button, and you just do 1 kick. With Dragon Feet, you'll do 3 kicks per button hit. You can get stone hands, that does the same for punching, and then much later in the game, there's a technique called Grand Slam, which does the same for weapons, where you hit the button once to use your weapon, and you swing it 3 times. So, when you pick up a weapon, kick hits uses the weapon, and Punch throws the weapon. So it doesn't matter what weapon you have, you can throw it. So speaking of weapons right now, I'm just going to be using weapons because they deal a little bit more damage than our punches and our kicks. I have a pretty decent weapon right now here, the lead pipe. Weapons have different tiers to them. Here's a decent weapon too. It's a little weaker than the lead pipe, but it has better range than the lead pipe, the chain whip. It's a pretty popular weapon among the frat boys. So, a lot of gangs tend to have different weapons. For instance, the generic dudes tend to just carry sticks around. Jocks will carry the lead pipes. Frat boys tend to like to carry the whips. So if you're looking for a particular type of weapon, you know, go looking for maybe a particular gang. So there are multiple weapons in the games. There are short-range weapons like the rock there. They basically add power to your punches. The rock is the weakest weapon, followed by the brass knuckles. That's one-tier weapons, the punching weapons. Then you have your stick-type weapons. They are the regular stick. Then it's the chain whip, a little stronger than the stick, better range. And then there's the lead pipe, which is slightly stronger than the chain whip, but has less reach. And then the final tier of weapons, which are kind of slow to swing, but are very powerful. They're the crate. Then there's the tire, and then the strongest weapon in the game is the trash can. And usually you find trash cans just kind of sitting around, like in construction sites. Gangs usually don't carry them around into the battle. So, besides when we're fighting the gangs, get their money, we can also use that money to not just buy books, but we can buy a whole bunch of food. In this Let's Play, I'm going to be buying every single food item, every single item to 100%. Not necessarily to do that. If you plan out how you want to build up your stats, you can just buy certain types of items. As you can see, different things are going up there. Like I ate those waffles, I got some strength, I got some agility, I got some stamina. Stamina is your life. Every single bar on the top there next to your name represents a 32 stamina. That can go up to 127. Normally you want to come back here to eat food when your stamina is low so you get health back, but sometimes you also want to eat food when you have full stamina, because doing so will increase your max stamina, your max power. You get a max power. Certain foods have a max power increase, a rated max power increase, but you're not guaranteed to get that max power increase. The increase that you get is the rated max power increase minus parentheses your current max power minus your current stamina. So you want that current max power minus your current stamina to be 0 to get the most MP max power increase. So sometimes, like I said, you want to come in and eat a bunch of food even when you have full stamina to get that max power. So eat food when you have low health to restore your health. Eat food when you have full health to increase your max health overall. So it's kind of like, I guess, you're stretching your stomach to, you know, increase your vitality. So here we have our first boss. There's several bosses in the game. Whenever you hear this music change, that means there's a boss there, so you could just attack him, but I wanted to hear his dialogue. You can attack him when he's, you know, talking. Yeah, bosses can be pretty rough here. I kind of had him stun locked there for a little bit, but I got too greedy and got too close to him. So, he broke up my stun lock with the whip. But, oh well. One of the good bosses tend to drop more money than just the regular gangs. Like, for instance, Moose there, he drops $2.25. Most of these guys are, like these frat guys, they're only dropping 55 cents. So, basically, Moose is worth a little more than 4 of them. So, we'll get as much money, we'll get more money off of Moose than we do beating these 4 gang members. Each gang has 8 different members in them. So once you defeat all 8 of the members, then you know the area is cleared. So, but if there's a boss in the area, you only have to fight 4 members before the boss appears. So, yeah, you can continually beat bosses over and over again to farm money, which is what I'll be doing. There's an optional boss set of bosses, Benny and Clyde. They come in a pair, and they're really good for farming because they each drop $3.50. So beating on them, you get $7. And we really want to get that money to save up for the Texas boots. The Texas boots, buying them in the 3rd mall, it'll max out your kick and your agility. Agility, the stat agility is a reflection of how fast you run and how high you can jump. So being able to run fast, run away from enemies, and then the jump, you know, to avoid attacks, or there's a little bit of minor platforming in the game, will be really important. And kicks, obviously, if we max out them, we'll be able to take down bosses and enemies much quicker. So you see we already got a little bit more max power because we ate while we had 4. We went from 63 to 71. Here we get a little bit of a text drop here. What's up, Dutch? Roxy has news for you. Randy and Andy are Sarissa's kidnappers. She is locked up on River City High's top floor. I heard she's in the far right room. But to rescue her, you must beat the twins. They're both clowns, but are very strong. Power up or you'll be in terrible danger. And we'll be powered up, like I said, by getting those Texas boots. Don't take chances, I'm Slick Skull, but I'm on your side. Be careful, please. And Slick is the big bad of this game. So here's a little optional area, the Capitol Avenue Bridge. That is Benny and Clyde. Benny is on the top, he has the brass knuckles. Clyde is on the bottom, he carries a stick. We're just going to get rid of our whip because we're going to be kicking them down. So we can just head back in here. And we're going to ambush them. Clyde has less hit points, so we can take him out with the dragon feet before Benny finishes talking. So basically it's still just a one-on-one fight here. So yeah, each of them drop $3.50 of $7. And we'll be just farming them. I'll be fast-forwarding in while I farm to just get the amount of money I need to get those Texas boots. And then we're going to run out and grab those Texas boots. So yeah, once we get the Texas boots, we can pretty much take these guys out in just one knockdown. The Texas boots are the reason why I went with the dragon feet as my first tech ability to learn, because dragon feet is with your kick, and the Texas boots max out your kick power. It also maxes out your agility. So it's just one purchase, we're able to max out 2 different stats. So it's good value for your money. Of course, I'll be maxing out all the stats eventually. Maxing out most of your stats is pretty easy in the 3rd mall. Like I said, we'll get the Texas boost to max out our kick and agility, but other stats such as your strength, your throwing, your weapon, and your punching, you can also max out there pretty easy at the candy store, Amy's Sweet Tooth. There are 5 different items there. They all cost 95 cents, and different ones do different things. Mint gum increases your strength. Lollipops increase your throwing, Jawbreakers increase your weapons, Rock Candy increases your punching, and Fudge Bars increase your kicking. So, for basically like less than $48, you can max out one of those stats. So, because you only need to get plus 48, because max stats at 63, and you start with 15, so. That warehouse out there was, there was like an Easter egg to Double Dragon, which was also designed by this company and the guy who designed this game, Yoshihisa Kishimoto, and he basically designed this game. He was a big fan of Bruce Lee, the movie star martial artist, and besides being a fan of him, he was also big into fighting in his school days. So, common theme in all of these games is or his games is, you know, school-age kids basically fighting. It reflects his, you know, childhood, I guess, growing up. So I've mainly just been running past a bunch of these enemies just because I want to get to the mall, the third mall here real quick. I don't want to be defeated. If you get defeated, you spawn back in the last mall that you were at, and you lose half of your money. So definitely don't want to do that after spending all that time building up all that money. So we're here in the third mall, the Flatirons Mall. We're gonna go to Hoppy Feet Shoes here. Gonna go to shoes, and we're gonna buy the Texas boots. And once we'll go to our belongings screen and equip them, and we'll max out, like I said, our agility and our kicking. So we'll be able to beat down enemies real quick, and be able to run fast and jump pretty high. So that's where the RPG type elements in this game come from, you know, just deciding which stats you build up, how you want to build up your build. Yeah, you don't get experience points, you just gain money, and the money is what you use to, you know, buy equipment and max out your stats. Most other RPGs, like the games that I tend to play on this channel, you know, you gain experience, and getting enough experience gives you a level, and that increases your stats. So, but this one, you just gain your stats by buying things. So, I'm gonna buy a little piece of pizza here. So, get some more stamina. So, because we have a little bit of a trek back to where we need to get back to. We skipped a lot of bosses and enemies on our way to the mall here, so I'm going to backtrack to fight those bosses and enemies. You have to defeat a whole bunch of bosses, mainly the 4 zombies, who are the main kind of like lieutenants of Slick, in order to gain access to River City High, where Slick is holding Ryan's girlfriend. So, but that'll be for a future episode, along with more about the lore and the stats in the next episode. Take care, have a good day, thanks for following along, bye!